Hi, welcome to TDCatTech. I've already done a video looking at the XDR-S41D, and I've also done one looking at the XDR-P1 DBP. Catchy Sony names as always, but today I just couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist not getting the middle little one of the set, which is this one, the Sony XDR-S41D, and that's what I'm looking at today on TDCat. This was delivered yesterday, and I went for white again. Yeah, because you know what? I thought I wouldn't like it, but this radio fits everywhere. To be honest, it makes this look quite kind of uber practical and stuff now. Really not. Yeah, when you put it around the house, the white fits a lot better. So I'm going to take a look in the box, see what we've got. This, again, is a DAB and DAB Plus radio along similar lines to the other two that I've already tried. I mean, they really are from the same family. It certainly appears that way anyway. So yeah, this comes with an AC adapter, as you would hope. What's the spec on the AC adapter? I'll show you that quickly. 5 volt out, and it is a standard power connector for Sony there. I don't know what size that is actually, but that's just the standard one that you get with the other radio as well. And then a couple of manuals in the box and the radio itself. So let me just move the box out of the way. That's about the size I was expecting. That's yeah, I'd say that's probably about what I was expecting. So let's take a look around the radio quickly. I'll just zoom in on the camera and you can have a look around the radio before we power it up. So very similar to the 61 in the sense it's got this metal grille and it's got the kind of curved edges on it. It's also got the 5 presets across the top. What I didn't realize is that these are 5 DAB presets and 5 FM presets. But that's fine, but what it means is that they will only be that. So I would personally prefer to be able to have, 1 as a DAB preset, 2 as an FM preset, 3 as a FM, or 4 as, I don't know, something like that. But you can't mix and match in that way. When you're on DAB, these are all DAB presets. When you're on FM, they're all FM presets. This one doesn't have the lovely power button that we get on the 61, which I'll just show you quickly. You get this really nice sort of metallic power button there, which I particularly like. Don't get that on here, but this one has a sort of, I do prefer this volume control, this kind of on the side here, so you can just rest your hand on it like that, rest your hand on the radio and just rotate that with your finger. I prefer that to the sort of volume control that's flush in the top, and just is a bit more awkward to rotate. That one seems nice. It's also notched as well, so as you rotate it, you get little stages of volume. Telescopic antenna as usual, let's see. Standard length, so about 50 centimeters, nothing unusual there. And then round the side we have a headphone socket and the power connector for the AC adapter. No auxiliary in on this one at all, so no other connectivity to this radio at all apart from what you receive on DAB and FM. It doesn't do anything else, this device. On the back is the battery compartment, and it's actually attached, this one. It's weird how they have these little differences for the radios in sort of the same set. This one, yeah, it's got a little attached door there. But I'm really pleased to say that despite the tiny size of this radio, despite the small size of this radio, they have retained 4 AA's for this. And according to the book, the actual battery life, if I could actually read my document here, the battery life for this is approximately 25 hours for DAB, 27 hours for FM using alkaline batteries, and less than that, so it says only 10 hours for DAB using 1000 milliamp hour nickel metal hydride. But to be honest, who uses 1000 milliamp hour nickel metal hydrides these days? They are up at 2.5 times that. So I would expect some really good battery life from this radio, well in excess of 24 hours continuous use on DAB. So very conveniently, I have 4 Amazon Basics batteries. I seem to have lost all my Eneloop batteries. they just disappear in this house. They just get put in toys or something and then never come back. So these are all fully charged. I'm gonna fit these in. Interesting. You've got one that's slightly more recessed there than the rest. Nice though. Anyway, I'm really pleased that they've kept 4 AA's in there, because they could have gone down the AAA route, and everybody knows AAA batteries are useless. They're rubbish. And on the front here, we have the standard Sony layout. So menus I'll go through in a second. So the menu button, the back button, the DAB and FM button, and the auto tune button. And this radio has the same little toggle up, down, and then push control as the XDR-P1D DAB, which, I don't know. I mean, the 61 has this rotary control, and I think this is really nice. I love this, just with the rotary and push. But the XDR-P1D DAB has this little one, and I kind of wish they'd move this auto tune. Let me just see if I can get this to focus. I wish they'd move this auto tune button over to here in the same way as they have done on this. I think that's a really sort of great place to have the auto tune button there. Apart from that, that's all there is to it. It's a really simple device. So let's get it powered up. I'm going to put the antenna up first of all. So at least it has a vague chance of getting some stations in here with all my LED lights on, which seem to cause havoc. So let's power it up. Okay. So it's found certainly one multiplex there out of the 2 in the area. Let's just see whether it's found the BBC stuff as well. Yep, it's found the BBC stuff too. So we've got the BBC radio stuff there too. So I should be able to switch to Radio 1. Hopefully that will come in. As I do on my radio videos, let's take a look through the menus on this radio. Press menu, of course, to get into the menu. First of all, we have a wake-up timer, and it says it's only available when the AC adapter is connected. It makes sense, I suppose, because otherwise the chances are the battery might just go before you have the opportunity to wake up. Sleep timer can be 60 minutes, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, or 15 minutes. I'll just leave it off for now. And information on the station, we have the channel and the frequency and the multiplex name and the service name, and then what type of music it is, the standard bit rate, and signal level, which is really, really low in here. Is that still getting that okay? That's giving me it seems to be giving me a far lower signal reading than the X61 did, because that was up at kind of 50 something, but they can both still receive the station, so who cares? And then backlight options, auto and always on. Probably always on is only a good option for if you have the AC adapter connected. Time can either be set or 12 or 24 hours. And then you have the option to have a beep, but it's off by default. Good job, Sony. Nice one. And if you want a manual tune, you can do that here. And then reinitialize the radio, and that's all there is to it. I'm just pressing the back button here, and that takes you back to the main display, which has your source on here, the main station name, information about the station, and then has the clock fairly big continuously. But I actually find that quite useful. I've heard some people complain about the fact the clock's always there all the time and takes up so much space, but I personally find that quite nice. Usual Sony standard displays, these really beautiful LCD displays, no nonsense, none of this rubbish OLED type displays that are great, of course, but totally unnecessary in a radio like this and just use excessive amounts of power. You don't need a screen in a radio like this. You don't. You only need something to show you this information, and this will use no power at all. So this to me is the perfect option. Really clear whether backlight is on or off. You know, you can still see exactly what's going on. Just a really beautiful bit of kit. I'd be remiss if I didn't do a power up time test, as I have done on my other videos. So let's give that a go now. We'll power up the radio now. That seems pretty much in line, usually about 5 or 6 seconds. Okay, let's also change from one station to another one. So if I just turn this up a second and change this over now to, hang on a second, change over to Radio 4. Oh, that's really quick. It's a bit difficult, bit more difficult to use than I remember this switch. That's really fast. Let's just try that again. Yep, about just under a second possibly for that. And then changing to a station on a different multiplex. Let's have a look at that, see how long that takes. Yeah, so a little bit longer for that, probably about 4 seconds for that. So in line with all the other Sony gear. Size-wise, it's considerably smaller. If I can just zoom out a touch, I'll put the two side by side and you can get a better idea of how much smaller this one is. I'll just turn that off. So yeah, these two side by side, and then from the top there, massive, massive difference. First impressions of the S41, overall pretty good. I like it. This is definitely going to have a place in our bathroom. It's nowhere near as loud. Sound quality wise isn't as good as the S61 here. If you want something that's going to be a bit more kind of going to fill the room a little bit more, go with the 61. It's got a bigger cabinet and it does sound much better. When you put the two side by side, there's really no comparison, but this still sounds pretty decent for the size of the radio. Build quality is excellent. No rattles, nothing. This radio feels solid. Trust me, you put this in your hand like that and it feels plastic, because it is, apart from the metal grill, but it feels solid plastic. Really, really great. And it's got the LCD display. I've said in previous videos how I love the LCD displays, and I mentioned it on the unboxing there. Can't beat them as far as power usage go and just clarity. They're just really good, you know, real winners all the time for me. And the fact that they've kept this as four AA batteries is great too. Don't know if they need to do that because of power requirements for DAB. Maybe they do, and in which case, well, it's probably like not really a point worth mentioning. But for me, a radio that's able to get, you know, if you put a decent pair of Eneloop Pros in or something, 2500 milliamp hour Eneloop Pros, you can probably get 25 hours out of DAB use out of this thing easily. Recharging something once every week or two, not a problem for me. I'm used to recharging stuff every single day. Recharging a set of batteries once every fortnight for a radio is just not a big deal. Headphone socket on the side, doesn't come with any headphones, does come with a power adapter, but they don't have any other kind of input on here. It's probably not worth it with this 0.65 watt speaker out. Probably not really worth having an auxiliary in because, well, why would you want to use this as an amp for anything? It's just doesn't sound that amazing to use it as that. You know, the S61 has the benefit of that better sound, so maybe that's why they put the auxiliary in on that. But for the £60 recommended retail price, this is a solid radio. If you have this or have used it, oh, it's also really sensitive too, by the way. All these Sonys are. Out of any of them, I find actually this one probably the most sensitive. Don't know why, but I have kind of done some real rudimentary and, well, by rudimentary I mean crap, tests of these of sensitivity, you know, just putting one in one spot and then putting the other in the same spot. Really, really, really basic tests. And there's always the small one that comes out best. There may be other factors involved there. But yeah, it's a sensitive radio too. But if you've got any other suggestions as to radios that are good to try or are decent, as good a kind of quality as this, but from a different manufacturer, I would be really interested to hear from you because although there's all that kind of retro stuff out there, which, you know, love Roberts stuff and whatever, no offense, but I don't find all that new Roberts stuff particularly good quality. Whereas these always seem to be great quality and work really, really reliably. And yeah, are just better for what I need. But thank you for watching, and please do put your comments down below as to any suggestions for other radios to try. See you soon.